Today, we're going to take this hood off and put this one on that we peaked in a previous episode. We're also going to put Bondo on and try and smooth everything out. So follow along and hopefully enjoy. Alright, so we propped the hood up, and I suggest you do this. It makes it a little easier to get it off. And then you're going to loosen, there's four bolts, 2 on each side. They're 5/8 socket heads. You want to loosen both of them. And while you're doing, while you're loosening them, the front of the hood's tilted up in the air. So, all the weight's transferred back here, and it should stay in place until you pick the whole hood up. And then it's a lot easier to get off that way. Okay, so while we have the hood off here, we're gonna fix this dent. One night I was out driving this, and 3 deer got in front of me and smashed the fender back into that, and that's how that happened. But so I couldn't really fix it before because I had the fender on, just kind of, and the dash was in there. So now we have the dash off. I think I'm gonna just take care of that. All right, so you can see here where we need to hit. Basically, you see where the metal is different colors. So we need to keep hitting there and pushing that metal out to eliminate that dent. Alright, so we got that dent out. I just want to mention, you want to check your progress as you're hammering. Hammer a little bit, and then, look on the other side, hammer a little bit. Otherwise, you may make a mistake and make more work for yourself. So, anyway, let's get on with the hood. Alright, we ran into a little bit of a problem. I did not check the threads here, and here there's a bolt that was snapped off or cut off. So we need to take care of that. But the piece in the back there that it threads into is loose and will fall out if I don't take this entire piece off and weld it. So you got to take 3 bolts off here, right there. And then there are 2 screws normally in here, one on this side, one on that side. I took them out before I did the peak on the nose or on the hood here. So you want to take all those 6 bolts out, and then this piece should slide right out. These 3 here, and then this whole piece should slide right out, and then we can take care of that. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, so we got this piece off. While we were doing so, we snapped a bolt in here. So we're gonna take care of that. It's hard to see because it's all rusty. And then we'll take care of this other one and we'll be right back with you. As you can see, that one's loose. So we have to tackle all that. Okay, so we got this piece all cleaned up, we got those bolts fixed. And we also cleaned all the rust and all the coating off. And so now we're gonna install this and then we'll put the bolts in and hopefully get this hood back on. Okay, so we got this piece in, we got the bolts in. We're gonna spray a little bit of primer on here, keep it from rusting. I want to mention, it's just a good idea, a good practice. You might as well, while you have this off, you might as well run taps through these things. You might as well, you know, make sure the threads are clean and everything, because it just makes the assembly a heck of a lot more a lot easier. So let's get some paint on it. Go ahead. Oh yeah? Alright, so what we're doing here is just mixing the hardener into the bondo. You want to work pretty fast so it doesn't dry up on you and then makes it harder to work it on the body panel. You want to work the hardener in there pretty evenly so it gets through everything and dries the right way, the way it's supposed to. so we spread all the Bondo. We're gonna let this dry, and then we'll come back and hopefully sand it smooth and not have to do it again. But if we do, maybe we'll have a second pass of Bondo and finish this project up. Okay, so what we're doing here, after we put the Bondo on, we're taking a block. You can buy some of these from, a body shop or whatever. I just use a block of wood that's pretty flat. And you just sand over this and try and get the highs and the lows even so that you have a smooth surface. So I'm not a body man, I don't claim to be, but I'm just trying to get as close as I can. It's not like a show car or anything like that, but I want it to look pretty decent. So I think one more round of Bondo and then we'll sand her smooth and put some primer on it, and it'll be close enough until we get to the point of painting this somewhere down the road. So, but we got a lot of other body work to do before we get to that point. So, okay, so we're back. We've got a lot of the sanding completed. There's a little bit more to do, but I'm happy with where it's at right now. So I'm gonna wait until maybe my skills get further along and I can learn a few other tricks and see if I can't perfect this. But I just want to point out, so when I was welding this piece in, I assume I was going a little too fast and it warped the metal. And you can see how the highs are here and the lows are in here, and it moved the metal. It kind of makes it look like a wave. So I know there's other ways to fix that, as far as you can heat it up and or heat shrink it with a torch. I have not yet tried that, so I didn't want to screw it up, but I do know how to put Bondo on like everybody else. So for now, this is where we're going to be, and as my skills get further along, hopefully things will look a little better. So I'm going to put some primer on this, and we'll be back in a second. would spray with primer. Use a self-etching primer. Grabs a hold of metal and really bites into it so that it doesn't peel later down the road. This is just like one of many projects that I'd like to do on this car. Later down the road, we're going to get into like chopping, and we're also going to put airbags on. We're going to change the door handles. We're going to do a lot of work on this car. And most of it is just me learning. Most of these things that I'm going to attempt I've never done before, so it'd be kind of a fun process to watch me screw stuff up and then have to fix it later. But anyway, yeah, I'll probably bounce off of this car, and I also have a 30 Model A hot rod. Just depends on what I feel like working on at the time. And yeah, so we're going to just keep on making videos as long as you guys enjoy it. So if you like this video, please comment below, like, subscribe, share, and until next time.